Have you wondered how to create posts to captivate your audience and get them glued to your posts? Carousel post is the deal. Have you ever heard about carousel posts? They are the secret weapon for creating captivating social media content. In this video, I'll teach you and reveal the secrets to crafting eye-catching social media content with carousel that will elevate your social media game. To achieve this, we'll be needing a few tools, which I'll be mentioning and I'll be showing us how to use. It's iconic Dr. Amy here. I help you and school teachers and educators to constructively enhance their personal, professional, and financial fitness. I teach and breed creative innovations and drive success. So, if you're watching this video from the YouTube channel, do make sure that you like this video and subscribe to this channel so that whenever I upload any new tutorial or video, you get the notification on time and be the first of those who are going to benefit from my videos. So, let's get into the topic of today, carousel posts. What do you know about carousel posts? If this is the first time you're hearing about carousel posts, then let me tell you that carousel posts is a kind of post that contain or consists of multiple images or videos in a single post that are swipeable. Like it's a single post, but they are swipeable. So if this is not the first time, if you knew about carousel posts before and you just want to know how to create your own carousel posts, then welcome. Stay tuned to this video till the end as I'll be revealing the secrets to creating and crafting your captivating carousel posts. So we'll be using two mobile apps, the Canva and Gridmaker. I have these two apps on my phone, and if you do too, congratulations. If you don't, then you'll have to go to your Play Store and install these apps. For me, or for you who have these two apps on your phone, you want to go to Play Store and check if your apps are up to date. Now, I just updated my Gridmaker. Let's see if my Canva is also up to date. I think I already did that. Yeah, so both are up to date. Now, you can see that this is the Gridmaker that I am going to be using. Gridmaker. So this is the one I installed, Gridmaker by KMD Apps. So, now, let's get into the work. Now, before you get into the work, there are some things that you need to put in place, and they are very, very important. Let me emphasize on this. They are very, very important, and they are your brand color, or brand colors, whichever number of colors that you want to use, and then your fonts. You might want to research other pages, other businesses, other brands that are in the same niche as you, so that you get an idea or a glimpse of the kind of colors they use and the kind of fonts they use, so that you'll be able to choose yours rightly. Now, after that, you want to draft your content. What do you want to talk about? What are those things that are important that you need to talk about in these things? So you draft your content, you summarize into short lines. So now that's the first thing. You draft your content. The second is that you want to research a template. Then 3 is that you section your content according to that template that you research and you've picked or you've chosen. So then the last step is you getting to work. Now let us go into this step by step. I already chose brand colors and fonts, and then I already drafted the content that I want to use for this tutorial. And then let's go into researching a template. So I'll be going to my Google Chrome. And I am going to search for a carousel post in my niche. Carousel posts for beauty page. Yeah, so here are different examples. So I'm going to go to images. And then you can see the different colors and different fonts that these pages use. Now this is an example of a carousel post. You might have seen it, you would have engaged with these kinds of posts, but then you have been persuaded, you have been You have been captivated to be glued to this screen, to this post, to this kind of post. So now it's time for you to persuade somebody else. It is time for you to captivate somebody else. It is time for you to get somebody glued to their screen on your own post. So this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about you choosing the brand color, the fonts, brand fonts that you want to use, and then choosing the kind of templates that you want to use for your own posts. Like how many sections do you want to have on your post? You can say that this particular post or carousel, it has a continuous flow. Everything is on one straight, is at a stretch. So how do you now do it? Like you begin to wonder that how do they get to this? How did they arrive at this? So we'll be going into this in details shortly. So I already have my own content that I want to use. I already have the number of sections that I want to make. So let's get into the app. So I'll be going to Canva. The recent Canva app, for a while now, for each of these updates that it released, as it has been coming with different bugs. So we'll have to be patient sometimes, and then you'll have to, get to repeat some actions like that. So now I want to go for a social media or Instagram post. Okay, no. First is that there are two ways that you can actually achieve this. Is either you make social media posts, choose Instagram, then Instagram posts. But this type of design is not going to give us that continuous feel. It's not going to be give us that continuous feel that I showed us earlier. I design from scratch. I don't use Canva templates. So you are going to learn a lot of things alongside this tutorial. So this particular method is just going to be one post at a time. You understand what I'm saying? It's going to give you one post at a time. But let's go into the real deal, the one that is continuous, that flows at a stretch. So here we'll be clicking on this plus button, custom size. Now the width we want to do and the height is what we want to now talk about. Now for Instagram posts or social media posts, the resolution, the size is usually 1080 by 1080 pixels. 1080 by 1080 pixels for each frame. Now for a carousel post that you want to design, how many sections? That is why I said that you need to know how many sections you want to make your posts. Now for my own post that I want to design, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sections. I have 7 sections for my posts. The first is going to be the headline, then the other points, the headline, the points, and then the CTA. That means the call to action that I want. Make sure that one, you are using a curiosity post or a captivating headline. Then second is that you end every post you make, every carousel post you make, you end it with a call to action. If you do not use a captivating curiosity headline, you are not likely to attract people to your post, and the visibility is what you want to achieve in this. And then for call to action is going to increase your engagement level, your engagement game. What do you want them to do at the end of reading this post? So now I have 7 sections here. That means that my width is going to be 1080 by 7. 1080 by 7. So let's go to my calculator and do 1080 by 7 sections, right? So this is 7560. We have 7560 pixel, and then the height is going to remain as 1080. So my width is going to be 7560 and my height is going to be 1080. So remember that an original social media or Instagram post is a square shape, which is a 1080 by 1080. But now we are making a carousel post, and I am having 7 sections. So 1080 for the width by 7. So that gave us 7560. So now we are now going to create new design. Now look at what we have here. It is a long one. So while designing, we are going to continue to do some zooming in and out. I'm not using templates. So for colors, you want to set your colors. I already have this done under brand kits. So I have different colors here, and for different brands that I have worked on. So, and you have different colors here. And then for fonts, when we start typing something, we'll see what that can do us. So this background, there are different things that you can work with. First, you can choose a color, or you can place an image in the background. Okay, so I want to work with this color, or let's choose this. Yeah, let's choose that color. And then I want to, now we want to section this into 7, or we can just continue like that. But first, you want to make sure that each of your content or each of your points is going to sit well in each section. Now what you will do is, because there is no ruler on the mobile app, but if you are working on your PC, you'll be able to use the ruler to section this. But because I like showing people how to work with their mobile phone, you have to maximize the use of your mobile phone. This is why I am using mobile phone for this, and so that you know that it is achievable on your mobile phone as well. So what we want to do is use come to elements. When you come to elements, choose a square shape. You want to choose a square shape. Okay, this is one of what the new Canva comes with. Whenever you choose a shape, it brings in as a background. Probably you want to type in something, but no, we are not typing, and then you still have to click out of the shape that you got. So we want to use our discretion to measure a 1080 by 1080 a 1080 by 1080 square, and we'll use that to form a 7 sectioned pieces. So duplicate this, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Voila. Wow. So I think we can get it like that. So let's click out and bring it like so. You can use this, you see where I swiped to, you can use this to adjust these images. So now what I will do is I'm going to remove alternate shapes so that we can, yeah, okay, good, so that later when I'm done I can decide if I want to leave it like so or not. All right, so the first thing you want to do is, okay, I think I'm having lots of firsts now, but then now the next step is writing on our background, and we'll be beginning this with the headline. So, and I have this, okay, this is so tiny. let's duplicate it so that it's going to be easy. So now we want to position this here, and we'll do the editing much later. Now make sure that what you are doing is going to fit in. Don't worry about these sizes, don't worry, as long as you can see that they fit in well, probably in the center or like so. Now for this one, this line space, I want to adjust it. In other videos, I'll be explaining those things that you need to understand before you start designing, or those things that you must know to achieve a great design. The design concepts, design principles, you know, everything that you need to know. All right, so this is the first thing that we want to put here. So now I'm going to be duplicating each of these to write on other. So first, or creatively, let's do it this way. Creatively, come to elements and search finger 1. Come to graphics and choose whichever one you feel like using, the one that best. Just make sure that for subsequent fingers like 1, 2, 3 and all of that, you are using the same one. So I think for this, let's see if the other ones are going to be available. Okay, we have seen this, I think this is going to be much available, but then let's check for others that are well pronounced and are more catchy. We need to use, you know, captivating elements. I want to use it, so you long press that and see more like this. All right, okay, so let's go back and choose. Let's go with this, so that the one that we know that we can actually see. So you can increase the size or reduce it. All you want to achieve is it having it being pronounced. Now we want to bring other elements in. Remember that we are talking about skincare crimes. Now skincare, we want to bring skincare. Let's search for skincare under elements. So we'll go to faces, we'll go to these photos. Let's go to photos. Now under these photos, you'll see different photos there. Now what I want us to do is that I want to use each different images that resonate with each of my points, at least 2, or if you know that would actually resonate with the things that I'm talking about. So I'll be using this coming. Okay, I'll be using this first. Okay, let me show you something. This place, this icon is filter. Let me show you what it works for. So you can either choose the color of a post or an image or a graphic that you want to use, or which kind of orientation you want. Is it going to be static or animated? Is it going to be cutouts? Usually for this kind of thing, I'll choose cutouts only, right? I'll use cutouts only, so that it is going to save me the stress of, or let me say it's not really stress though, but it's going to save me, trying to remove backgrounds. So let's choose cut out only, then done, and let's see what it's going to bring. If what I need is going to be available on it. Okay, I don't really have things that are available. Things that are available are not what I want to use. So let's just go back and remove the filter, then come back here. So I'll be using, let's use this. I want to bring it to the middle here. You can either leave it, it's beautiful, you can leave it, but let's choose another one, which I am going to remove the background. And alright, so for this I want to remove the background. So you come to effects, and then you choose BG remover, that's background remover, and let Canva do its magic. So this is going to be it, but I want to move it to this side. All right, okay, let's click out. All right, so let's see another one. Okay, I want to use this. Now, in another case, I can actually decide to change these things, like so. So for the last slide, I want to use an image from let me check for one image from the product that I have saved. Let us see. Okay, let me use this. All right. So because of this, I want to bring back the background for this. I only used that to explain show original. So I'm restoring the background. All right, so let's continue with what we are typing. So we have our finger 1, and then let's duplicate this and edit. So the first thing I want to use is, I want to type on my point is washing your face with soap. All right. So I'll continue to do this while to save time, and if I have something, I'll explain it. So let's just continue. So sometimes this is one of the benefits of using images without the background, so that it can blend in with your design, as you can see here. So right, so let's do the final slide. Remember, I said your last slide should be your call to action. What do you want them to do? What action do you want your audience, your readers to take? So here, I want them to ask me more questions. I want them to consult. So I'll be saying, okay. All right, so I still want to put another call to action here. All right, so we are almost done. Let me just leave it at that. We are almost done. Okay, so now we want to first go back to our first slide and adjust the colors, fonts. If we want to leave it as black, we can do so. It is perfect, it is okay like this. But then let's add some touches of different colors that are going to be contrastable with this. So Now there's another way you can do this and position this. So just click on the shape, don't press on it like so till, okay, this is the one that clicked first. So choose select multiple, then zoom in or zoom out, whichever one, then click on the shape behind it, then go to position, align. So it's already in the middle and in the center of each other. So now let's go back and group. All right, so that we don't get distorted. All right, so that's done. Then we move to the next slide like so. And do we need to change anything? Okay, let's leave it at that. We don't need to change that. So the third one has a dark background, so we want to put on a light color on top to, you know, give it contrast. So let's give this a lighter shade. Yeah, let's give this, let's go back to the color. I won't be using gray anymore, like it's not really resonating with what I am doing. So let's change the color for this. I'll be using this. Okay, yeah, this is better. Okay, so just repeat or replicate each of those things that you have here. You can change this. Oh no, you can change this also. So okay, let's give it back up to black. Let's maintain that sequence, the pattern. Okay, so yep. Last slide, the last slide, we want to repeat what we have on the first slide. Okay, so we go to this, then we come to position backwards. Okay, so we long press. Let's see if it is going to print again. Let's long press on the font, select multiple. Can we have this? No. Okay, all right, so let's try and no, not this. Okay, you can see what I did there. That's the trick. Just move it because you want to align it back. So go to align. Is in the middle, but is it in the center? No. So click on the center and then bring it back. Then you go back to your group. So click on the text and change its color like we did in the first slide. Was this what we did? Let's check. Okay, I think the background color was not what we used, so let's click on the background and change the color to the lighter one. This, all right, so then we change this font. We change the color, rather not the font color to the lighter one, the lighter shade, and then this as well, let's change it to the lighter shade. So we can also change something for this because it is yet another call to action. So I'll be changing it to this, oh, then this. Okay, all right, so we are practically done with that. Now the next thing is we are going to export this, and this is where we are going. Then we click on download. Leave this as PNG. Now what you want to do is either you leave this as size 1 for what you did, or you go to ×2. However, this is what it is going to bring. Increasing the image size means your design might take longer than usual to download. So it is going to, why I would suggest that you increase the size is that when you increase the size while editing, it brings in a better quality, right? So when you now want to go to cut the image, it is not going to reduce the quality. If it is going to reduce the quality, it is going to reduce it back to the original. So let's have patience and allow it to download. So we're going to click on download and see for ourselves. All right, so now we are going to go to the next step, which is making the carousel posts for posting. So I'll be going to my grid maker for Instagram. So now there are two things here. It's either you want to make a grid post or you want to make a panorama, but this is actually a panorama. So we are going to be doing panorama. I'll be making another video on how to make a grid post, so and how to post them. So here you choose panorama and then choose the posts that you want to cut. So then how many sections do you want to cut them? How many sections did we do? 7. So I'm clicking on 7 so that it stretches across. Now so I am going to, now this is another thing that you can see that it's on square icon, not the real one. The real, this is when you want to do stories or Instagram stories or Instagram reel. So this is the icon you're going to use when you're cutting it. But for posts that we did, this is for posts. Now so we have chosen the number of posts we want, and then we'll be clicking on this. So they all, we can preview we can preview and see how it is going to look like before we click on done. All right, so when you post on Instagram for your what's it called, for your carousel post, this is how it's going to. So the first thing on the screen is going to be the headline: 5 skincare crimes you must stop committing. So if you like, you could I could have just use another element to portray this stop, or I could have not edited it, or too much what's it called, you should not make your design too busy. So that's another thing. So the next one, you can see the flow. So this is how it's going to remain when you cut it and post it. So the flow is going to be there, it's going to retain everything. So this is it. Can you see? So if you're satisfied, you click on done. If you're not, you go back to your Canva and you edit it and come back and then do it. So click on done. All right, so it also gives you the option of opening your Instagram and making your post. So when you get there, the first image that you click on is, let's try and make an example of it. So your posts have been cut into 7. Make sure that you see very well which the sequence. Now the first one that you click on is going to be the first one that appears on the screen in that order. So but then this is not the sequence that it is saved, so you want to click on select multiple. This is select multiple. So no, you want to click on check, then you start from here: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I think Instagram does not allow more than 10 posts at a time. So whatever you want to design, you make sure that you leave it not to be more than 10 at a time. So you click on the next. Do not use any of this filter of effect or anything, just click on next. We want to see how it is going to appear when we make our post, so let's click on next. All right, so I am just going to, let me add my location, and I'm just going to I want to add another post. Let me see if it is going to. All right, so, and I'm going to post it. I'll come back later to add my caption here, and just for us to know what this is all about. So let's click on this, and then your post was shared to iconic Dr. Amy and will be shared to Skin and Heal. So yeah, it is already in progress. I'm reloading the page so that I'll be able to check. All right, so let's see what we have. Can you see the view? Can you see all right, the other time, remember, I restored the background, so but when we were working, it wasn't showing, it wasn't coming back, but then here we have it. But if you know that you still want to remove the background, you can just go back, and you always check before you post. So I already knew while I was exporting that the background was back, so that was why I did not go back to edit. So but as you can see that this is it. So thank you for staying to the end. I'll be making more videos on how to level up your social media content game without hassles. So thank you for watching. It's Iconic Dr. Amy. See you next time. Bye.